Hi, pen friends. It's Kim and Sandro, and we're here to talk about the Philly Pen Show.
Yeah, it's a couple days before the show, and we are in our final preparations for the show. We are headed off tomorrow, and we will be at the show from Thursday through Sunday. If you run into us, please say hi and share your pens with us. So, Kim, what do you do to get ready for the show?
The first thing I did was pull up the website and look through all of the vendors, and I was really excited to see that there are a lot of new vendors that we haven't seen at shows before. And then I also looked through the list of seminars to see if there were any that I wanted to attend. What did you do?
My first thought went immediately to pens that in my collection that I'm not thrilled with. So pens that either I've loved them and it's time to go, or pens that need a little work. For instance, this Diplomat Arrow has a broad nib I'm not super thrilled with. Maybe I'll get a grind, maybe I'll look for a new nib, but yeah, a couple pens need to be addressed, few pens ready for sale or trade, so I'll have those with me at the show.
I definitely pulled out some pens that I thought were more interesting that I wanted to bring to share, and so I'm looking forward to showing off the Opera X and some of my vintage pens as well.
So the first thing I need to remember besides pens is the classic paper and ink. I always forget them. Bringing a little bit of Waterman Serenity Blue, great for vintage pens or modern pens, not too expensive and safe for all pens in working condition. And a pad for just testing pens, swatching, sharing with people. I'll have a journal and other things with me, but I always forget to bring a scratch pad. So I'll have one, maybe two scratch pads with me just for being able to test pens.
One of the things that I'm definitely going to pack is my coloring with all of the inks that I already own. I tend to come home with more ink from shows than I could possibly use, and so to make sure that I know what I already have, but also in case there's inks that people have that I want to swatch to see what they look like, I'm bringing my swatching supplies. I only have one Q-tip here, but I'll pack some extra Q-tips and my coloring.
Another thing I'm bringing to the show, and this is a first for me, I'm bringing a loop. A lot of people actually bring loops to the show, useful for checking the condition of pens and checking nibs, whether they need alignment or just the condition of the nib. And I'm bringing a small little toolkit, mostly just some simple supplies if I have to clean or maybe do a quick alignment or tuning on a nib. I have the right supplies to do that.
I'm definitely going to bring a case. Usually I bring a case full of pens, but I'm going to try to make sure that I leave some empty slots in my case so that I have room to tuck in my new purchases. I always find that I'm taking my existing pens out and then putting the new ones in, and there's always this awkward moment at the end of the show that I don't have spots for my new pen. So I'm going to make sure I have a case with some room to spare. What else are you bringing?
I think the most important thing, bringing a little bit of cash. Maybe a little more than this, but bringing a little bit of cash. The big thing about the show is it's really easy to go overboard. So I'm hoping that if I bring a fixed amount of cash, I will limit my own budget to just the cash that I bring. Has some other benefits. While most of the vendors do take credit, some of them give a cash discount, and some of them, I'm going to admit it, are a little bit old-fashioned and only take cash. So cash, definitely king, bringing some to the show.
Any one tip that we haven't covered for people new to pen shows?
My favorite part of the pen show is the social interaction. So my tip is to leave time to socialize, whether it's during the show or my favorite part, after hours, when there's eating, there's drinking, and there's sharing of pens and pen stories. I've enjoyed that part of the show more than any other for years. How about you?
I would recommend that people come with a list, maybe not a list of things that they want to buy, but maybe a list of things they want to see, try, or look for. Part of the fun of a pen show is you don't know what you might see, but for me, I've tried this time to make a list of pens that I want to hold in my hand before I potentially buy. And so I recommend that come with a little bit of a plan, but a flexible plan.
So if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please remember to like and share. It really helps us out and doesn't cost you anything.
Hope to see you at the show.